So I've been having a look at some of Ray Kurzweil's latest predictions this week, mainly for a little bit of fun, but he's got a new book out called The Singularity is Nearer. And Ray's predictions have been fairly accurate up until this point, and actually I kind of like sort of seeing what he's actually been up to. But one that particularly piqued my fancy, basically this week, was this idea of being able to upload your brain to the cloud by 2030. So he says he will be able to upload his brain to the cloud by 2030. Now, being someone that's actually followed neuroscience technologies, brain-machine interface technologies, as well as neuroprosthetic technologies for around the past decade, he's actually not wrong. However, there are some little caveats. So this is where I thought it'd be fun just to put this little video together to sort of dive into this a little bit more. Now, about 4 years ago, I identified a new emerging technology which realistically wasn't picked up by anybody. None of the mainstream media, no one really batted an eye about it. However, it was a neuroprosthetic device, so a brain chip implant that had been developed by healthcare researchers in the US to help Alzheimer's patients remember better. Now, here's the rub. On the one hand, this particular chip improved the memory of Alzheimer's patients by 30%, which is great. However, it's how it did it that is the interesting thing, because it converted biological signals, so biological synapse and brain signals, into binary code, and then it stored those within the chip. So consider this. If you have a chip that is able to convert biological, so electrical and acoustic brain signals into binary and store memories, which is exactly what this chip did and was designed to do, you have now stored a human memory on a flash device. And once you've stored a human memory on a flash device, you can email it. You can upload it to the cloud. You can do all sorts of different things. So on the one hand, basically, we now kind of have this giant leap. So sort of circa 2020, we had this new technology coming through. Ray basically says that by 2030, he'll be able to upload his entire brain basically to the cloud. And while he does actually have access to a whole variety of different research departments and divisions that I don't have access to, the fact of the matter is, when you have a look at some of the latest giant supercomputers around the planet, such as those run by Fujitsu in Japan, even those supercomputers can only run brain simulations that represent 1% of the human brain. So the upshot there is, if you really wanted to store everything that is contained within the human brain, the memories and so on and so forth, you need to be able to scale the neuroprosthetic chip that we have already billions-fold. And even though we have exponential technologies coming through, even though we have artificial intelligence helping us design different chips, etc., we've seen interesting breakthroughs with Neuralink, basically on the brain chip interface technology side of things. I really don't think that in 2030, we are going to be in a position where I can say, and I'm just uploading my brain to the cloud. Now, even if I could, it'd be incredibly expensive. I'm not really sure what company would actually let you upload your brain to the cloud. That's a whole different other conversation. But just from a technical feasibility perspective, I'd be very, very surprised. So if you've heard of any technologies that do let you upload or download your brain to or from the cloud, then let me know. That's it. Maybe I am missing something. Otherwise, basically go and check out my codexes, like and subscribe, do all those things that teenagers tell you to do, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.